tonight will be given by Ms. Schroeder, the Salutatory of the class of 2012.
It is an honor to welcome Ms. Eckelkamp, Dr. Sheldon, Mr. Wingermuller, Dr. Hager, Dean Russell, Mrs. Bosbrink, members of the school board, faculty, staff, family, friends, and especially my fellow classmates to the 30th Annual St. Francis Borgia Regional High School Commencement Ceremony. When I was a child, my nickname was Little Bear. Everyone in my family called me Little Bear, so much so that I responded to Little Bear more than to my own name. I loved my nickname. Much to my older sister's dismay, I often pretended I was a bear, with my brown, curly hair, ferocious growl, and tree climbing abilities. She always wanted to make sure I knew that I was a little girl, not a bear. But I would simply reply with yes, I am. Little Bear's courage, however, often fell short at bedtime. You see, I was deathly afraid of the dark. One night, my mother asked me if I was really a bear. Once again, I said yes, I am. She told me that if I were really a bear, that I wouldn't be afraid in the dark, because bears aren't afraid of anything. She had me there. I had to learn to overcome my fear of the dark, or rather, my fear of the unknown, what I could not see if I was going to be a bear. 4 years ago, we, the class of 2012, began a journey into the dark unknown, high school. Each one of us started the journey with different identities and expectations. We were just a group of people who knew little of each other and whose common ground was that we were starting high school. Just as it is to everyone, our future was unknown. Along the way, we made new friends, had new experiences, set new goals, learned life lessons, and became firm and united as the class we are today. During our initial week at Borgia, we enjoyed the new benefits of truly being big kids. We were finally in high school. It seemed that almost every day brought another first. First time wearing a different colored uniform shirt. First time having a much needed locker. First time attending homecoming. First time having only 4 classes a day. First time having a textbook in art class. And, if you're me, first time falling down the stairs. In high school, that is. After a few weeks, many of us had gotten the hang of things. Occasionally, with the help of an upperclassman, who was always willing to sell with us an elevator pass for half price. Before and after school, we herded together in the lobby and greeted each other with a few Spanish or German phrases we knew. Thanks to Mr. Meyer's class, we perfected our typing skills, and more importantly, always knew the NASDAQ composite and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Freshman year was the year in which we began to forge close friendships and established our new identities as the students of St. Francis Borgia. Then came our second year, sophomore year. We were still underclassmen, but with more self-assurance and a variety of new classes and electives from which to choose. For me, it was pottery, where I learned that every example Mrs. Slayton makes will be flawless. However, it will undoubtedly be smashed and placed back into the bag of clay immediately afterwards. In Ms. Porcell's class, we learned anything and everything about global history, but also that Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA can never be played too many times. This year was also the year in which many acquired their licenses. Since I was 15, the entire year, those friends became my chauffeurs, except for Mackenzie Haddams, who refused to start the car until I moved to the front seat. As sophomores, we connected with each other and became further integrated into the Borgia community. When junior year came along, we were ready. No longer underclassmen, we were all set to embrace our newer roles as less immature adolescents. The first test in our new roles was parking last night. Remaining friends after this event proved our strength as a class. For many of us, we got a taste of college level courses too. In honors process of composition, we learned never to be trite, and that a sure way to win Mr. McKee's heart is to ask about his genes. Junior year was also a year of great trial. We endured an immense loss and learned just how precious life is. The class of 2012 showed courage and compassion, even in this tough time. We showed each other that no one struggles alone, and we grew even closer. Finally, senior year arrived. This is what we had all been waiting for. There was, however, something unusual about the classrooms this year. A certain smell that I just couldn't put my finger on. After about 2 weeks, I had a face and a story to the smell. Yes, it was Chrissy Fitzpatrick sneakily eating bell peppers under the desk during any and every class. As we soared through this year, we were no longer the same awkward students who 4 years earlier had tried hard to find places to fit in. We each had more depth and maturity about us, but still the same quirks. Even as seniors, we still had firsts. First time experiencing the excitement and drama of prom, and for some, the first time buying a lottery ticket, the privilege of being first in the lunch line, and of course, if you're me, first time falling down the stairs as a senior. We learned vital knowledge from our teachers in the classroom, especially from Mrs. Helmbitter and Mrs. Pelster, but also some life lessons along the way. I learned the hard way the importance of reading the fine print and the value of taking my time filling out scholarship applications. Remember this lesson, or you too could end up as a finalist for a minority scholarship you're obviously not eligible for, with the nickname Pocahontas. As seniors, we've established our places and have evolved into the adult versions of our younger selves. In the time since our first gathering as a class in August of 2008, we have matured and grown into the accomplished young adults we are today. With the guidance and support of the entire Georgia community, each of us found a place to fit in, whether it was in the marching band, in the spring musical, on the night reviews, in the ecology club, leading a retreat, or being a part of the Lady Knights basketball team. Georgia will forever be our home. It's where we have spent most of our time the past 4 years. It's the homepage on my computer. It's what is written on most of our t-shirts. It's what we cheer at pep rallies and games. And it's a place we can come back to and always know we are welcome. On behalf of the class of 2012, I would like to thank the teachers, staff, administration, parents, and families who have helped us to this day. You are the reason Georgia is our home, and you are the reason we have been provided with such an honorable Catholic education. We have been fostered spiritually, morally, academically, and technologically to become lifelong learners. Mission accomplished. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Class of 2012, as we leave tonight, remember our friendships, memories, and experiences we've gained from St. Francis Borgia. These tools are what set us apart, give us the motivation to achieve, and make us fearless of the dark.